Hello everyone and welcome to Starbase, Texas for the 11th flight test of the world's largest and most powerful reusable rocket, Starship. Today's flight marks our second reuse of a super heavy booster and what's expected to be the final launch of our second generation vehicle.
So as you can tell, when we look at the vehicle, prop load is underway, things are looking good. We did shift our T0 a little bit, everything's still looking really good. So we've got a green range, not tracking any blockers there to launch. We're continuing to load prop on board the vehicle. We're just about to close out, so we'll close out.
2 minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Go Super Heavy. Go Starship. Thanks for all the historic flights, Pad 1.
We are about 45 seconds into flight. We're still getting the rattle here at Star Factory. We are seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines lit on Super Heavy as it arcs across the Gulf. Coming up next on Max Q. So at this point, we've passed through that period of maximum aerodynamic pressure. The next thing we're looking forward to is going to be hot staging. So we've got 33 out of 33 Raptors lit. Super Heavy makes its way uphill. Hot staging is going to be coming up. All but 3 of those Raptor engines on Super Heavy shut down. Our version of MECO, most engines cut off instead of main engine. MECO coming up in about 10 seconds.
Booster engine cut off. Ship ignition. Stage separation. Use back burn startup.
All right, successful hot staging maneuver. So we've got 12 of the 13 engines lit back up on booster, so it's doing its boost back. We're using those 13 engines, so everything, well, 12 out of the 13, and then we go down to 3, and then we're gonna shut down for, this will be the final time that we're doing this. All right, there's the end of the boost back burn. We should be seeing the hot stage. So the hot stage separates, it's gonna make its way down, also splash down in the Gulf. Next up for the booster, though, is going to be its landing burn. This is one of the main things we're trying to get is going to be this landing burn.
All right, yeah, and as we approach that landing, just like tower catches, we will be doing a 13-engine landing burn to slow down. This time it will be in a V3 configuration. And as we're starting to get into the denser part of the atmosphere, the booster is using 4 hypersonic grid fins to guide itself through atmospheric entry towards its landing site.
So booster is going to see a bit of a
Booster landing burn startup. Booster landing burn shut down.
And there we heard it, booster landing burn shut down.
All right, back to ship. Ship's still making its way. We've got a little under 2 minutes left in this ascent burn, so we've got all 6 Raptor engines still firing. So the next major milestone we're going to be looking for is SECO. All right, our vacs have shut off.
Ship engine cut off.
All right, all ship Raptors have shut down.
Nominal orbit insertion.
You just heard nominal orbital insertion, so we are on the path that we wanted to be. So we've got a ship back in space. We are getting ready for payload deploy. That's gonna start once we get the payload door open. All right, so payload door is open. Next up, gonna be to start deploying these Starlink simulators.
Looks like we got a little bit of movement there, Dan. There we go. All right, first one going out. All right, first one's deployed. Getting ready for the second one here. We do a little reset back to the center position.
All right, couple more to go, I promise. One more to go.
right, now with payload deploy complete, Starship will now close its payload door and continue to coast around Earth to the Indian Ocean.
Again, as Amanda just said, we're going to relight one of those center engines. Here we go.
Raptor ignition. And shut down.
There was that Raptor relight. Looks like engine 3, full duration. That was awesome to see. We're 3 for 3.
Ship is starting entry, good attitude.
All right, welcome back, everyone. The ship is currently re-entering Earth's atmosphere.
You can see plasma starting to build on the windward side of the rocket there.
We're looking good. I do want to remind people that we are pushing ship to the limits. In addition to these missing tile tests, we're doing kind of a unique flight on the way in. It's going to do what we call a banking maneuver. So while we're still going supersonic and even hypersonic, we're doing kind of a banking turn. All right, we can see that speed just continue to bleed off under 20,000 kilometers an hour. Looks like we're getting into our bank maneuver. Ship's still holding together. We're gonna see it kind of roll over and do a pretty significant shift as we get down closer to the subsonic speeds.
Yeah, and once we get to around the 15-kilometer altitude mark, that's where we have a lot of flight history.
Starship is transonic, starting the belly flop phase of flight.
Yep, that belly flop phase that we perfected in the suborbital campaigns, we're entering that now.
All right, less than a minute to go.
The ship is making its turn for final approach.
And here's this kind of aggressive final turn that would essentially position it so it's right behind the launch and catch tower.
Ship landing startup.
There's our landing burn. Three down to 2.
Starship has landed.
As we said, we're not